Hey guys, I haven't been able to make any videos for a while. I've been super busy at work over the last month, and I'm in the middle of moving and stuff, and it's been a lot of time. So I'm going to post some old footage here that I took a little over a month ago, and we're going to replace the seal on the hydraulic pump on the $25 812. So check it out. Hope you like it. Figured I'd work on the 812 here, and I opened up the reservoir for the hydraulic fluid. There's not a drop in there, so I'm definitely leaking somewhere. I don't know where it's leaking from. My buddy Steve thought that maybe it's leaking through the seal into the transmission, but I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm going to go underneath here and look for something wet. There's nothing wet looking down here in the front. If it was leaking in the front, it'd be dripping onto the mower deck for sure. So that kind of brings me to the back over here, and it's very crappy looking over here, and I could definitely picture that if it was leaking somewhere, it was leaking back here, because the whole bottom of that transmission case is soaking wet. And the pump is right over here where those two lines go, and it's wet right underneath it. So the question is, what the hell is leaking? Is it the seal on the pump? What is it, you know? And I suppose I should pull this pipe plug out over here and check the transmission level. And you know, his theory was that it's leaking into the transmission through the pump. But I don't know, let's see what we got. So I pulled the plug out of the tranny, and the fluid in there is a little red looking, which would be ATF, and it stinks too. It smells like sulfur, like it's gear oil. So yeah, I have a feeling that he might be right. And I'm trying to think here, in order to actually take this pump out, if the fluid level is above the pump, I think, so that's going to be a problem. I'd have to pull a drain plug out and let some stuff drain out before I could actually pull the hydro pump off. I don't feel like doing that tonight, so I think I'm just going to park it for now. So I thought I'd look at the hydraulic pump here, and I said, well, I'll try to crack the nuts on the valve, and look what I noticed. The whole entire pump is loose. I don't know if you can see that, but the whole pump is loose. So I'm going to take the pump out anyways, because I got a new seal for it, and I'd like to replace the seal. And then we're going to end up changing the transmission fluid as well, because it's probably full of hydro fluid, was my original thought. But I'll take this pump out and see what we got. And again, I'm just taking these two lines off the side here, and my suspicion is that they're empty because the reservoir is empty. But you know, we'll see what we got. It'd probably be smarter to take the tire off, the wheel off the machine, and have more access to these nuts here. It'd probably be smarter, but I'm in a rush. Anyways, we'll report back in a minute. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a small hole into the edge of the seal, and then I'm going to put this little sheet metal screw in there, and then I'm going to use the slide hammer to yank this thing out, hopefully. So let's see if I can't get a hole going over here on the side. Boy, this seal is a lot tougher than I thought, or this drill bit's a lot duller than I thought. There we go. I'll put one on this side too. There we go. Okay. So, let me see. Put the drill down for a minute. Now, these sheet metal screws here are an 1/8 inch screw, and I just got to grab a little ratchet over here. All my tools are all discombobulated here. Hold on a second. I guess I'll have to go this way. Let's see. I can't find my 1/4-inch ratchet. Hold on a second. Okay, let's try this again. I got a 1/4-inch socket here. See if I can't get this sheet metal screw in there. Oh yeah, it's going in. Now, I'm going to try the slide hammer, and I just have a POS Harbor Freight slide hammer. I don't have a very good one, but this little claw should be able to go on that screw, and hopefully when I pull up on this thing it will yank out the seal. It's probably going to pull my whole pump out of the vise. Yep, called that. Maybe I got to put it in the vise sideways like this. Let me just reconfigure this. We'll be right back. Alright, let's try this again here. It's kind of a hairy situation here. Yep. The jaw on my vise is broken, and that's not helping matters here either. You know what? I have these screws, but they're too big. Let me just see if I can put maybe one screw into the vise jaw here. And then maybe at least it won't fall out. And it actually won't matter that it doesn't fit right, because it only really comes into play if you're going to shut the vise all the way, which I'm not. Alright, let's give it a shot now. There's really not a good way to secure this, because there's nothing that's really perfectly round to secure it on. That's the problem. And I don't want to squeeze it too tight because it's aluminum, and I don't want to crack the whole like casing or some crazy thing. Alright, let's try it again. I just pulled the screw right out of the seal. Yeah, I didn't think it would be that easy. Take two. Ah, here we go. I just realized that if you tighten the screw down, it'll just work like a little puller and jack out the whole seal. Check that out, huh? Done. That was easy enough. So, I'm just speculating that the seal was the problem. I'm not really 100% certain about that, but oh, be careful with your screw. I made a little nick in the pump of the plate there. I don't think it's anything to be concerned with, but if I went any deeper it would be. Let me find something small that I can stick in there and kind of probe that out with a little bit. Yeah, I just made a little nub. So anyways, I'm going to clean this out, get whatever foreign objects are in here out of there first, and then we'll install that new pump after we get this nice and clean. So I think I'll just take some compressed air and we'll blow it out.